Do you ever have that feeling where you know all the right English words, but when you actually try to speak, your mind just goes blank?
And you're left wishing you could have a smooth, natural conversation without all the stress. Well, in the next 20 minutes, we're going to put your English through a fun and powerful workout.
We'll practice key phrases back and forth, almost like a game, so you can build real confidence and have much better conversations starting today. Let's jump in.
Hey everyone, it's awesome to have you with us.
We're so glad you decided to join us for this practice session. Today is all about building your conversational muscle. We're going to focus on general phrases you can use in pretty much any daily situation.
That's right. The goal here isn't to memorize complicated grammar or a bunch of rare vocabulary. It's to get confident with phrases that are common and incredibly useful. Think of this as a workout for your English-speaking brain. We'll guide you through it, focusing on repetition and how to use these phrases in the real world.
Exactly. Whether you're meeting someone new, chatting with a coworker, or just making small talk while waiting for your coffee, these phrases will help you feel more comfortable and sound way more natural. We want you to walk away from this feeling ready for your next English conversation.
So, find a spot where you can speak out loud. Seriously, don't be shy. The more you participate, the more you're going to get out of this. Let's start making your English conversations better, one phrase at a time.
All right, let's get warmed up. Every great conversation starts with a simple greeting. So let's practice some friendly, easy ways to say hello and kick off a chat. You can't live without these.
We're going to go beyond just hello and how are you. Let's try some common variations. I'll ask Jessica a few questions and you can listen to her answers. Then, it's your turn to practice.
I'm ready when you are, Adam.
Okay, here's the first one. Super common, super casual. Hey Jessica, how's it going?
It's going well, thanks. I had a really productive morning. How about you? See what I did there? I answered and then tossed the question right back. That's the secret to keeping a conversation from dying.
A perfect response. Now, what if your day is just, okay? Let's try again. Hi Jessica, how have you been?
I've been pretty busy, but things are good. A lot of work to do, you know how it is. What's new with you? This is another great way to show you're actually interested in the other person.
Excellent. That sounds totally natural. It's honest but still positive. Now, let's practice a phrase for when you haven't seen someone in a while. Jessica, it's so great to see you. What have you been up to?
It's great to see you too, Adam. Oh, not a whole lot. I tried a new lasagna recipe this week, which was a fun little challenge. How about yourself? Sharing a small, specific detail like that makes the chat feel more personal.
Now, it's your turn to talk. I'm going to ask you the questions. I want you to answer out loud, right now. There are no wrong answers. Just try to respond. We'll leave a little pause for you. Ready? First question. Hey, how's it going? Great. Next up. How have you been lately? Fantastic. And one more. What's new with you?
Wonderful job. The whole point is just to get comfortable responding. It doesn't have to be some long, perfect sentence. A simple, I'm good, thanks. How about you? Is a perfect start to any conversation.
So, you've started the conversation. That's a huge step. But how do you keep it from hitting that dreaded awkward silence?
The trick is to show you're genuinely interested in what the other person is saying. You can do this with phrases that encourage them to keep talking. Let's call them encouragement phrases. They're like giving the other person a green light to continue.
Exactly. Let's play out a short conversation. I'm going to tell Jessica about a new hobby I've started. Listen for the little phrases she uses to keep me talking. You know, I've recently started learning to play the guitar.
Oh, really? That sounds interesting. Tell me more.
Well, it's definitely harder than it looks. I'm just learning the basic chords and my fingers are so sore. But it feels great when I can finally play a simple song.
I can imagine. How are you finding the process? Is it more fun or more frustrating?
That's a good question. A little bit of both, honestly. But mostly, it's exciting. I just found a great YouTube channel for tutorials.
I get that. Having a good resource makes all the difference. What would you say is the hardest part so far?
Probably switching between the chords smoothly. It just takes a ton of practice.
See how that worked? I used phrases like, that sounds interesting. Tell me more. How are you finding the process? And, I get that. These simple phrases invited Adam to share more about his experience.
It really did. It felt like she was actually listening and cared about what I was saying, not just waiting for her turn to talk. That's what turns a boring chat into a great conversation.
Okay, your turn. I'm going to say something, and I want you to respond with one of those encouraging phrases. For example, if I say, I saw a great movie yesterday, you could say, oh, really? Tell me more. Let's try it. I'm planning a trip to the mountains next month. Your turn.
You could have said, that sounds fun. Where are you thinking of going? Or even just, oh wow, tell me more about it.
Let's do one more. I'm trying to learn how to cook.
A great response there would be, that's cool. How's it going so far? Or, what do you think of it?
Excellent work. Using these little phrases will completely transform your conversations from simple Q&As into real flowing dialogues.
Okay, another key part of any good conversation is sharing your own thoughts. But that can be intimidating, right? Especially if you think the other person might disagree with you.
That's so true. But it doesn't have to be scary. The key is knowing how to agree with energy and how to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's start with agreeing. And I mean more than just saying yes.
Let's try it out. Jessica, I think that reading every day is one of the best habits anyone can have.
I totally agree. It's amazing for your mind, and you're constantly learning new things. Another great one is, I feel the exact same way. Or, if you're really passionate, just say, absolutely.
Those are perfect. They add so much energy. Now for the tricky part, disagreeing. Remember, the goal isn't to win an argument, but to share a different viewpoint while keeping things friendly.
Let's practice. Adam, share an opinion, and I'll politely disagree.
Okay, here goes. I think that cold, snowy winters are the absolute best. I love the snow and how quiet everything gets.
That's an interesting take on it. I see your point about it being quiet, but I'm not so sure I agree. I find the cold to be a bit tough. I definitely prefer warmer weather. Notice how I acknowledged his point first, before sharing my own view. It softens it.
That was a very gentle way to disagree. It didn't feel like a confrontation at all. Another great phrase is, that's one way to look at it. For me, though, I think this shows you respect their opinion, even if yours is different.
Let's try another. Adam, what do you think about this? Big cities are the most exciting places to live.
I think I have a slightly different perspective. While cities are definitely exciting, I think living in a smaller town can be more relaxing and you get a better sense of community. What do you think? Asking, what do you think? At the end is a great move. It brings them back into the conversation, even after you've disagreed.
Now it's your turn. I'll make a statement. First, I want you to agree with it, and then we'll try again where you disagree politely. Ready? The statement is, traveling is the best way to spend your money. First, agree with me. Go ahead.
You could have said, I completely agree. The experiences you gain are priceless. Or, you're so right. Nothing beats seeing the world.
Okay, let's try again. This time, disagree with me politely. The statement is, traveling is the best way to spend your money.
You might have said, I see what you mean, but I think saving money is also really important. Or, I'm not so sure about that. I feel like investing in your education can be just as valuable.
Fantastic. Being able to agree and disagree with confidence like that is a sign of a truly fluent and advanced speaker. By the way, if you're finding these phrases useful, we put together a free PDF guide with all of today's key expressions plus some bonus examples. You can download it from the link in the description below. It's perfect for reviewing and practicing later.
And hey, if you haven't already, now's a great time to hit that subscribe button. That way, you won't miss our next practice session, and you can keep building your English confidence with us.
All right, time for the main event. We've practiced greetings, keeping conversations alive, and sharing opinions. Now we're going to put it all together in a couple of realistic role-play scenarios.
First, we'll act out a conversation. Then, we'll do it again, but with pauses. In that second round, you're our conversation partner. Your job is to shadow us by repeating our lines out loud. This is an incredibly powerful way to build muscle memory for speaking.
Let's start with our first scenario, making small talk while waiting in a coffee line. I'll start.
Let's do it.
Oh, wow, this line is pretty long today.
You're not kidding. I guess everyone had the same idea. How's your day going so far?
It's going well, thanks. Just trying to grab some coffee before a big meeting. How about you?
Doing pretty well. No big meetings for me, thankfully. I'm actually thinking about trying something new today instead of my usual.
Oh, really? That's adventurous. What are you thinking of getting?
I saw they have a new caramel latte. I'm not sure, though. I think sometimes the classic drinks are just the best.
I see your point, but it can be fun to try something new now and then. What do you think? Should I be adventurous too?
I think you should go for it. Hey, it was great talking to you.
You too. Enjoy your coffee.
Okay, great job listening. Now it's time to speak. We're going to repeat the conversation. I'll say my line, pause, then Jessica will say hers, and we'll pause again. Your job is to repeat the line you hear in the pause. Let's begin.
Oh, wow, this line is pretty long today.
You're not kidding. I guess everyone had the same idea. How's your day going so far?
It's going well, thanks. Just trying to grab some coffee before a big meeting. How about you?
Doing pretty well. No big meetings for me, thankfully. I'm actually thinking about trying something new today instead of my usual.
Oh, really? That's adventurous. What are you thinking of getting?
I saw they have a new caramel latte. I'm not sure, though. I think sometimes the classic drinks are just the best.
I see your point, but it can be fun to try something new now and then. What do you think? Should I be adventurous too?
I think you should go for it. Hey, it was great talking to you.
You too. Enjoy your coffee.
Excellent work. Let's move on to scenario 2. Catching up with a colleague or classmate in the morning. This time, I'll start us off. Morning, Jessica. How was your weekend?
Morning, Adam. It was really relaxing. Thanks for asking. I just stayed home and got lost in a good book. What have you been up to?
Not too much. I went hiking on Saturday. The weather was just perfect for it.
That sounds amazing. Tell me more. Where did you go?
I went to Blue Mountain Park. It was my first time there. The views from the top were incredible. I totally agree with people who say spending time in nature is the best way to recharge.
I feel the exact same way. It's been ages since I went hiking. How would you feel about going again sometime soon? Maybe we could get a group together.
That's a great idea. I'd love that. We should definitely plan something.
Perfect. Well, I should probably get back to my desk. Let's catch up again soon.
Sounds good. Talk to you later.
Now it's your turn to shadow us. Remember, repeat each line out loud during the pause. Let's go.
Morning, Jessica. How was your weekend?
Morning, Adam. It was really relaxing, thanks for asking. I just stayed home and got lost in a good book. What have you been up to?
Not too much. I went hiking on Saturday. The weather was just perfect for it.
That sounds amazing. Tell me more. Where did you go?
I went to Blue Mountain Park. It was my first time there. The views from the top were incredible. I totally agree with people who say spending time in nature is the best way to recharge.
I feel the exact same way. It's been ages since I went hiking. How would you feel about going again sometime soon? Maybe we could get a group together.
That's a great idea. I'd love that. We should definitely plan something.
Perfect. Well, I should probably get back to my desk. Let's catch up again soon.
Sounds good. Talk to you later.
You are doing such an amazing job. This repetition might feel a little weird at first, but trust me, it's one of the best ways to improve your fluency and pronunciation.
That was a fantastic workout. Let's take a quick moment to cool down and review everything we accomplished today.
We covered 3 essential areas of daily conversation. First, we warmed up with those crucial greetings and openers, like "How's it going?" and "What's new with you?" Those are your keys to starting a conversation with anyone.
Second, we practiced keeping the conversation flowing by showing interest, using phrases like, "That sounds interesting," and asking questions like, "What do you think?" turns a simple chat into a real connection. It shows the other person you're present and engaged.
And finally, we worked on sharing your opinions with confidence. We learned how to agree with enthusiasm using "I totally agree," and how to disagree politely with phrases like "I see your point," but this lets you be an active part of the conversation, not just a passive listener.
If there's one single tip we can give you, it's this. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. The goal is communication, not perfection. Every single conversation you have is just more practice. Try to use just 1 or 2 of these new phrases next time you speak English.
Exactly. It's all about taking small steps. Today, you didn't just watch a video, you actually practiced speaking. You've built a real foundation. Be proud of the effort you put in.
And just like that, we're at the end of our 20-minute session. By practicing these phrases, you have literally built conversational muscle memory. You've given yourself the tools to start having better, more natural conversations today.
You took a huge step just by showing up and practicing with us. Remember, confidence comes from practice, and you did the work today. Keep that momentum going.
To help you do that, don't forget to download the free PDF guide with all of today's phrases from the description below. It's a great way to review everything we covered and keep it fresh in your mind.
And please, if you found this practice helpful, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can join us for our next English workout. We'd also love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments which phrase was the most helpful for you today.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure practicing with you. See you next time. Bye for now and happy speaking.